After the last few months of prepping for events and all the things, my craft room is out of control. This area here has become a complete catch-all. As you can see, I don't even want to show you what's behind that closet door. So I thought in today's YouTube video, we would take the time to go through this craft room, clean it up. I'm going to reorganize some things because when I originally set up this craft room, I set it up, you know, just kind of assuming how I would use things and where I would need them. And my needs have changed over the last few years. So my plan is to let you guys kind of watch from, you know, the corner of the room, so to speak, watch me tidy. I'm going to pause along the way. I'm trying to film this with kids in the house, so this is take 2 already. I'll pause along the way and kind of let you in on my thought process behind why I'm moving this or what I'm doing with it. And then on the in-between parts, I'll probably speed it up so that you guys can just kind of watch me tidy it lightning speed. This is not something I've been looking forward to doing. I've been putting it off. And so I'm hoping that this feels cleansing and it'll feel like a reset so that as I go into 2025, this room will feel inviting. It'll make me want to come in here and craft because right now it doesn't feel that way. And I've got lots of craft projects that I'm planning on doing as Christmas gifts that I've been putting off simply because I don't want to be in here. It's such a mess. So we'll come back at the end, show you how it looks all cleaned up and put together, but hopefully this inspires you to clean up your craft room and get it in order so it feels inviting again. Let's do it. Okay, so as you enter my craft room, I have this wardrobe that's half painted on one side of the room. We're not getting to that today, but it's full of my freeze drying supplies, Cricut, all kinds of things that I don't normally need. This side of the room is mainly storage. This used to be a work area, not anymore. And then over here, we've got my craft desk. I have build plans for this on my blog. It's made using 3 9-hole organizers from Walmart. Super easy to build. I'm just showing you the mess to start off with. This is a catch-all corner. Tree's gonna have to come down soon. Catch-all spot. And again, these little areas have just become catch-alls instead of actually being organized with what they're supposed to be organized with. My desk is gross. It's got paint all over it. Ice cube trays need cleaning, obviously. And then this side of the 9-hole organizer, I don't even keep my Happy Mail here anymore. So, you know, my usage for a lot of this stuff needs to change. Cat sleeping in the corner. Other random stuff. This is another catch-all corner. I obviously need to design some sort of storage for this corner because that's all I do is just pile stuff there. My paints kind of need tidying and reorganizing, but this isn't a priority today. The priority is getting this area back functional and clean and finding places for a lot of this stuff that doesn't have a home. I'll show you the inside of my cabinets. They're not terrible, but my needs for these types of cabinets have changed. This is like printing supplies, random paint accessories, and books. I'm really not using this area to its fullest potential. It's mainly just decor hanging up there. So I'm gonna completely rework that so that maybe some of this stuff gets off the table. Inside this cabinet, we've got glues, we've got spray sealer, we've got stuff for resin projects that I don't use very often, really could go on a higher shelf. Jewelry making stuff, random paints, glitter, more random paints, and I don't know. So that definitely needs to be completely reworked. Of course, over here, I've got my little shrine to Bob Ross. Down here, this is a lot of the door hangers that I've painted over the years, and this isn't even all of them. But this little pile continues to grow, and as it gets too full, I take these to the shop and put them in storage there. Now for the closet. Oh, this is a complete hot mess too. This is a magazine rack that is supposed to hold things, and it's just overflowing. Okay, the closet. I love this organizing rack that I have in my closet. I got it at the Container Store. It's an Alpha organization system, but I'm definitely not using it to its fullest potential because stuff just gets shoved in here. I did consider this an area to hang door hangers, but I don't know. It's too much of a pain in the butt to get them up there and then get them down. So I don't know. We may not keep that. We've got props and accessories for taking photos of door hangers, which I don't do anymore. I need to get rid of that. We've got a bunch of ribbon in there. Not sure why we're keeping it in the closet since I have baskets for ribbon over on my island. Vinyl, scrapbook paper, red aspen nails, tons of egg cartons, which I no longer use for paint since I use silicone ashtrays. And I don't know, a hodgepodge of things. Let's get started. Let's turn this craft room upside down and then put it right again. My first plan is to take everything that doesn't belong in here out. I have a bunch of kitchen appliances and things that have just been sitting here because they're easy to access from the kitchen, but I really need to reorganize my kitchen to make room for these in a more permanent location. Already feeling overwhelmed. Right now, my strategy is to put like things together and look around the room and find things that I'm like, I know where that goes. I know where that goes. That way I get rid of all the clutter that is easy to find a home for. If it's something that, like for instance, these door hangers that are down here, I am planning on kind of moving some of those to the shop, but for right now, I'm just trying to group them all together. That way, when I go to make my selections on which ones are gonna be leaving here, they're all in one place at least, and I'm not having to gather them up around the room. I'm already feeling like I've accomplished something because I'm seeing more of this countertop space here, and I'm amazed at how many things I'm finding that don't even belong in this room. Things that belonged in the kitchen, Christmas decor items, all of my freeze drying stuff of Charlie's. So let's continue. Does anybody else keep all the boxes to things that they've purchased for way too long? This is an easy thing I can get rid of that's taking up way more space than I need in the cabinet. So I'm just gonna open this box, pull out whatever accessories are still in here that I probably don't need and haven't used. And I keep accessories like that all in one bag. That way, if I do in the future go looking for that one cord or attachment that went to some kind of tool that I didn't know if I'd ever use, it's all at least in this place. And I know where I would go to look for it. So that's a really good tip if you're looking to organize things that don't have a place, is think in your mind, where would I look for it first if I needed it? And I would probably first look in that bag because that's where I put all of my extra technology items. So it had a few extra accessories in there. These are going in this bag, along with other accessories I'll probably never need again. And the box goes in the trash. I'm quickly realizing I need a box. It's always good to have some trash bags, cardboard boxes on hand. That way, when you've made a quick decision of like, I need to get rid of this, you know, I can put it in a donate pile or I could put it in a sell pile. And so I'm gonna have to pause this and go get some boxes. I don't know about you, but there are so many unfinished craft projects in here that I don't know what to do with. And part of me wants to just chuck them in the trash because I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever finish that. So you're not alone. Oh, I just had an idea though. What if I put together a small bin of unfinished craft projects? And that would be like a really good place to grab a project if I only had 30 minutes and want to be creative. I don't have to start from scratch with a new project. I can finish a craft that I didn't have finished before. I may be onto something here. Okay, the desk looks a lot better. It's not perfect, but I feel like this is a good starting point because at least if I'm organizing something else, I can lay it out on this desk before I can move forward. So I feel like floor and surfaces should be a priority. That way you can easily move around in your room and you can still organize if you need to on a surface. Problem is where do I go next? What do I start on next? I think I'm gonna start on this cabinet because I know it needs reorganizing and that feels like a simple place to start. So, you know, if you feel something that's gonna give you momentum, maybe that's where you should start. Sometimes just pulling everything out and seeing what you've got is where you should start. I don't know about you, but I love containers, and these came with something else in them, and then once they were emptied, I couldn't bear to throw these away. Here's all that pink paint I was gonna use to paint the wardrobe that I told you was unfinished, so I can't get rid of this. I am gonna use it someday. I'm gonna put it in a clear container so it's easily identifiable. This container is not gonna be big enough. This is more like it. And granted, I had to empty this out in order to have a basket big enough, but the things that were in here weren't going to stay in here anyway. So now I can label this, or I can just put it up in the cabinet and I can easily see what's in it. It'll probably go in the top of this closet. So for now, I'm just going to set it out of the way so that I can reorganize this. And then when I reorganize the closet, I'll know where it goes. Okay, they don't need very often. Still going back up here. These little baskets are also easy to grab because they've got little handles on the front. So I don't like keeping them up here because I can pull the entire thing out and I don't have to get a stool to look in the back of the cabinet. So if you are short like me, I'm only 5'4", things like this need to be kept in little baskets, because if this is not in a basket, there's no way I'd be able to reach that back can without getting a stool and pulling everything out. So this allows me to pull what I need quickly. So all this is going back up here in little bins. All of my resin ditties are going up here. I had an overflow of resin stuff. So this is mostly the glass and things, and this is actually the resin and the alcohol inks. So those go here. Right beside them is the gloves that I'll need next time I do resin. Next to that, we're gonna put glitter, because sometimes you might use that with resin, but for now it feels good to have 2 whole shelves that I could put something back on. Okay, now let's tackle this cabinet. Let me clear some space to work with. Okay, again, I feel so much better about having a lot of extra space to store stuff. So it gives me hope that when I clean out the closet, things that I need easily accessible can go in here instead of in the closet. Okay, I'm feeling pretty energized by what I've done so far because I feel so much lighter that I'm getting rid of stuff and organizing the stuff that I have. So now I think I have the courage to conquer the closet, but I just realized I might need to conquer the baskets and bins that are underneath this desk before I can even work on that, because some of that stuff may have to come out of the closet and go into the bins and vice versa. So let's work on the bins. Feeling really good about this. I emptied 3 full bins and I've got like 5 cubbies here with nothing in it. So, gotta take a lunch break. So, this is as far as I'm getting for now. I think it's time to say goodbye to my ribbon collection. I hate making bows. I don't need all of this ribbon, so I think I'm gonna box it all up and sell it during a whatnot sale. Because look at all this storage space that ribbon takes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bins, and I hate making bows. I rarely pull these out and use them. I really think I could pare it down to 1 or 2 bins max, so that if I have to have ribbon for something, I have some choices, but I don't need this many choices. It's really just going to waste in here. Problem is, and what is confusing is I have an addiction to buying ribbon because it's cute. Like I can't pass up a leopard print ribbon, but I've never used this. I really just need an on-site bow maker so somebody else can make all the bows to match my door hangers, because I'm never gonna do it. Let's just be honest. I'm gonna pull out my favorites and then I'm gonna decide what to keep before letting it go. Feel very accomplished. Only have this ribbon that's mainly burlap and jute string and raffia, and then I have this bin with just a few classics that I use sometimes, and I'm not even 100% sure if I'll use them again. I filled up an entire box. I've got a few more in the closet to pull out, but yeah, yay for getting rid of the ribbon. Since I don't use the ribbon very much, it's going in the very bottom bins, because if I'm gonna have to get out ribbon, I might as well bin down. I don't know why I have 2 boxes of floral stuff when I almost never use florals. I think it's like the ribbon. I'm addicted. I think they're pretty. So I buy them. Like these little weird thingies from the Dollar Tree. I don't know where half of this came from or why I have it. So I'm tempted to just dump it in like a donate box. Now I'm working on the bins from the opposite side of this, and they've got a lot of randomness in it. So that other bin that I just cleaned out had just a few random paper templates. I threw those away. This has like greeting cards. I know that seems like an odd thing to like keep with all my painting supplies, but you never know when you need a random greeting card, and that's kind of where they ended up. I also have a whole bin of notebooks and things. This does need to be sorted through, but then it probably needs to be stored near the cards since those are similar type products. Well, this is what I just found. I completely forgot about these. I hope they're not expired, but I bought these and then hid them from my husband in here. We're still put those back. So underneath this desk, there's 2 sections that are right closest to where I sit. where the cubby holes are open on the back side, so I can reach under the desk and pull them toward me. So I put it on the left-hand side. Hopefully I don't forget that that's where I put it when I'm painting live, but I should be able to just reach down, grab the one I need, and push the bin back. This is a bin where I have all of my miscellaneous art supplies that are like markers and pens. So probably need to make them more accessible because I often forget that they're even down there. Yet another reason why it's so good to completely go through your craft room, because you find stuff like this that you're like, oh, wished I'd been using that. So let's put it right here. That way it's easy to grab, easy to look through, and I don't have to search for it. And I need to label that pen so that I know what it is and I don't forget. Now for the closet. First up, let's get the stuff out of the whole corner over here so we can open the closet door the whole way. Aha, we can open the door all the way. Maybe before the closet. Notice how I'm putting it off? We'll tackle this first because it's just bugging me. So much better. Can't we all agree? Okay, I've put it off long enough. But something I'm always in here grabbing are my bins and my lovely collection of red aspen nails. I think they deserve a better place in this room, which would be the cabinet. So perhaps we can make a lovely front row seat for them right here in this cabinet. And I have such an obsession, I ended up buying a second one and it's not even full yet. I have another entire bin of red aspen nails. So I feel like they are better suited in a clear container like this. So maybe this stays in the closet. Aw, this is a rooster that I painted it was probably 13 years ago at a paint studio kind of place where you just showed up and painted art. This was one of my first official pieces of art before I even started my business. Poor guy, he's been in the bottom of the closet. As I'm doing this, I'm realizing I have a lot of miscellaneous specialty tools that I don't want to get rid of. But I'm thinking this is a good example of an item where if you have a lot of something that's a similar type of use, just random tool type things, keep them all together. Now, this is specific to scrapbooking and card making, but sometimes I use it for other things. So you could either organize it with your scrapbook stuff, if that's the main place you use it, or you could organize it with all your tools. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just dedicate a drawer for tools. Again, going back to the thought that if I need it, do I know where to look for it? And so if all my tools are in one place, then I know where to look for it. Now all of this ribbon is left over from my paint party days. I used to cut it into 8-inch strips so that it was ready for making quick bows at paint parties. So, for somebody who's doing paint parties, this would be really great to have on hand. So I may just put all of this aside and sell it in a Whatnot sale. By the way, if you're not following me on Whatnot, I'll put my Whatnot link down in the description below. That way, next time I go to do my Whatnot sale to sell a lot of this stuff, you'll be able to jump in and bid. Okay. I feel good about what I've done so far, but it's time to call it quits for the day. I promised the kids we would go bake some Christmas candy, so I'll come back tomorrow and we'll finish this up. Now that all the surfaces are clean, it's time to scrub these tabletops. It's been a long time since this has been done, so not only is there dust on there, but there's paint and stuff. I don't paint over here, but my daughter Charlie, who's 9, does. So first I go through with a razor blade and scrape all the excess paint and glue off the surface to get it loosened up. Once I've got that done, I go through with a all-purpose cleaner and my Scrub Daddy and just start buffing it off. And then I'll go back through with a paper towel and wipe it dry. Well, that's a wrap. My craft room is completely done. So let me give you a quick little tour and show you what it looks like now. It's definitely more functional. I got rid of a lot of stuff. I think I took at least 4 boxes of things to sell on Whatnot, and then I've got another box for donate and 4 trash bags. I didn't end up keeping the kitchen appliances out of here. I ended up making a special place for them, but at least all of my things that I use all the time are easily accessible now. So let me show you around. Okay. As you come in here, I did end up cleaning off the top of this So it now has the original rooster that I painted and some artwork. Inside here is what I access the most, which is my freeze drying accessories. Of course, little decor there, some freeze dried banana powder. And then down here is a lot cleaner. My extra jars for canning, my Cricut. Maybe I'll get around to painting this soon. I have not decluttered the door hangers down here yet, but that is to come. I need to find a bin to put them in. But look at all this space for activities. So much cleaner. I still have plenty of room inside these cabinets to add more. I added this magnet strip across here. I got it at Harbor Freight. So things that are metal, just magnetize right to it. Love that. This is much more organized and also more room for storage if I need it. As we circle around here, the only thing I really didn't declutter was this entire paint section here, but I just decluttered that not long ago, so I left it be. On this side, we still have a bin here for Charlie to go through if she wants to do some kind of craft. There's all kinds of craft blanks that I don't mind her painting. She can just grab and go. Over here on this side, we also have all of my painted attachments and things, plus some little Christmas ornaments I've painted, organized by size. So we've got like 4 and 6 inch, 8 inch, and then 12 inch for porch leaner attachments down here. I've got fasteners like Velcro and all kinds of little things down here. It's still ribbon, but a whole lot less than I had before. Right here, we have jewelry making stuff, which I don't have very much of anymore. Here we have all those little pens and markers that I kind of forgot I had. Notebooks, cards. And then on this side, here's where I stored one of my kitchen appliances. I know it seems totally random, but it's very accessible. And here's all the accessories. This is all my freeze drying Mylar bags. Keeping the Oreos hidden down there. Don't tell my husband. Another kitchen appliance that I use all the time. This is the sponges and things I use when I paint, which I can pull from inside here. Inside the closet, not a lot has changed. I did keep a small amount of the egg cartons, moved them up top because I almost never need them except in the summer when our chickens are laying a lot of eggs. Sewing stuff, school stuff for next year, more sewing stuff, scrapbook stuff, paint if I ever get around to painting the wardrobe, red aspen nails, unfinished crafts, vinyl, scrapbooking paper, wood craft blanks, my tiered tray if I ever decide to get it out and decorate it again, files, envelopes. We've got miscellaneous crafts. I have one whole drawer completely empty, which is awesome. And then how do you like my fancy labeling system? Vacuum seal bags, Valentine decor, Easter decor. I feel a lot better about this. And here's a look at my setup for quick overview. When I go live, I have a forward facing ring light, an overhead ring light, and then I've got my fan ring light as a ceiling light. I've got my laptop for my forward-facing camera with a 4K webcam. And then I have this boom arm here with a webcam over top for overhead view. Both ring lights are mounted to the wall and controllable by a switch and remote control on the back side of my desk here. So if I want that front-facing one on, I just press this. Of course, it's not gonna work. Oh, there he goes. Now it's on. Hi, kitty. And then if I want the overhead one on, I just use this switch, and then this controls the fan for my overhead light, which is really nice because it gets warm in here. So thank you for for going on the craft tour with us. Shadow says hello. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look behind the scenes in my craft room and helping me clean it out. I hope you are inspired to go clean your craft room, and maybe we'll all start off the year with a much tidier space. I'm actually getting ready to start another project right now because now that this is clean, I can't wait to get in here and paint. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.